Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Grapple Gurus. I'm your host for today, the Dazzler, and joining me today is the No Photo Star, and you will call him by his full name, the reigning and defending AEW apologist TNT champ. It is Roink the Clown. What are you saying?
There's nothing to apologise for. You just all got to be thankful. You just have to be thankful for what is a great promotion. But now, all good. Keen to get into episode 18.
Yeah, I just said that, but yeah, right. Let me host. Let me host. Let me cook, bro. And then also joining me today is the measuring stick. He is the cerebral assassin. He is the game. He's the king of kings. It is the first boss.
I was thinking you can't be introducing me. Not a chance. Not a chance. Don't ever associate me. Hold on. No, you're doing this too often now. Brett and now Triple H. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, and last but
Wait, was you not just you was doing his voice on the last episode? So
yeah,
No, I wasn't.
doesn't
As
this?
Rink said, no. As Rink said, that was Paul.
that was
Okay.
Stephanie's husband.
Two
Cool.
different people.
Yeah. And last but by no means least, we have the leader of Double A Nation. We have the fans who believe in Double A, but to us he's known as Dos Mil Dos, and that means 2002 because he started watching wrestling in 2002. We have the ruler, Double A.
Scandalous.
How you
That is
doing?
scandalous. All
Ruthless
good.
aggression. Cool,
That is
cool,
a,
cool.
that is
Ruthless aggression.
Does Double A know what cerebral assassin is then? Maybe it went over his head.
I think he used it
Oh,
in
is
the
it?
Evolution days, isn't it, as well? So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
So, I think we should start off today with the hottest free agent in the business today. The hottest free agent has joined the Don Callis family. He is known as Sin Cara Negra. I mean, El Clone. How do you feel about that, Roink?
uh,
Swerve.
What a reveal.
yeah, boy. Yeah, listen. We
Apologize for that.
we obviously are. We obviously the fans want to listen to what we've got to talk about Andrade. I imagine.
Yeah, that's what I actually meant, but I thought I'd
No,
get
I know what you
El
mean.
Clone in there real quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
that's
I
embarrassing.
like it. I like it. I mean, my thoughts on it. I find it quite funny, if I'll be honest. With Andrade, they brought him back in to Disney Royal Rumble, mask off, and maybe they're anticipating this sort of Cody Rhodes thing. Maybe they're anticipating a Penta thing. I think they're slowly starting to see. I think didn't Malachi Black lose to Sammy this weekend? Is that right?
Well, that was because of the never-ending feud with Damien Priest.
Oh
Like
Yeah.
my
Damien cost him the match in it, and like a
god!
open challenge in it. I just those two need to leave each other alone now, man. Like it hasn't really even started the feud, but I'm done with it already. Like,
Yeah, and
I
like,
mean, Malachi wasn't
go
going to
on.
win the title anyway, so
yeah, I was just
Yeah,
waiting for something to happen, but I knew he wasn't going to lose clean as well.
I just feel like these guys, right? These Malachis, these Rusevs, these you can even chuck Carmelo
Andrade's.
Hayes, the Andrades. They're at this sort of like flip flopping around. They're at their ceiling. No, and I don't know if they're at their ceiling. For whatever reason, creative booking just doesn't. They're just not booking them in these sort of positions. I don't know why. Because they're good workers. When you watch their matches, Andrade can work. When there's a match of Cody, Sammy, good matches. But anyway, long story short, he's obviously gone back to Disney, Royal
Yeah, but
Rumble.
they're not stars, are they? Though?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well,
don't think they
yeah,
are stars in WWE.
yeah. Maybe they just haven't booked them as stars because you could book anyone as a star. Dominik Mysterio has been booked as a star, I guess.
No, he made him. He's made his way there,
Yeah,
in
he's
my
made
opinion.
himself to be a star. I don't think, yeah, and I feel like I don't, because I don't know. I guess his initial booking was kind of not really working. Him being like a
Yeah,
baby face, running off his, not obviously leaning into him being, the son of Rey Mysterio, and
mm,
them, doing the whole buddy family tag team kind of stuff. It was kind of, I guess it wasn't really. There was only so much they could do with that. So him obviously being a heel was way more interesting anyway.
mm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I get what you mean in terms of you can make anyone a star, whether they can
Yeah.
hold that position, and whether it works, I guess, is different.
Like even
Could try and
Carmelo
book
Hayes.
anyone.
Like Kamala Hayes, I think he's done. I know we spoke about in previous episodes. There are people in that sort of if those of you that listen to watch soccer or football, well, they're like an Everton. Yeah, they're just there. They're always there. They're never going to be a City. They're never going to be a Arsenal. They're just Everton. They're like the Samanas Bolton Wanderers. Yeah, they're
Yeah, but
always there.
Wait, who are you referring to
Your
as this?
Andrades, your
oh,
Malachi Blacks, your Carmelo Hayes,
Oh,
your
well, I would say that's more like a Miz because no disrespect to the Miz, like you said.
Mm.
He's a steady hand. He's good. He's always around when you need him. Big Sam, get you out of trouble. Shut the Miz in. I don't think you can call. Nah, Andrade, Malachi Black, Carmelo. They can have flashes. Like if you book them right, you can give them a run and a believable run.
but that's the
You know
key
what I mean?
thing, the booking.
Yeah.
Why isn't their booking consistent? Because you think Malachi Black, the entrance, the look, you could easily book him, couldn't you? You can book him.
I agree with
yeah,
you.
but
Andrade.
in place of who though? There's so many people at the top. Like that for someone to come in, people need to drop. Like
So
you
why do
can't
they
all
go?
be stars
But why do they want him then? What they've
because
obviously.
there's a
You have to have
you
a
have mid card, upper mid, and
yeah.
that.
You
You
have
need
mid
mids.
card.
Yeah.
Like I get what you're saying, but I guess in terms of how do you mean
It's not,
him
it's not,
coming back?
yeah, it's not like it's the only it's not like if it was the only company, I get it. But
Mm.
now got this other company now, whereby you're in the exact same position, really, and you thought, oh, I'm gonna go over there, and I'm like, well, Miro, no disrespect, sweetheart, you're not getting that world title run.
You
So
can't say
so
no disrespect and then call them sweetheart.
like US
No, I don't.
title, 24/7, Disney Speed, Intercontinental. That's his limit for me. And I
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe we don't know
he
yet.
has said though that he has come back to help the younger talent. So
Yeah,
whether
Okay,
or not he wants to do that is
he's not winning. You're right. I was going to say, did he say he's going back to win the world title? I
no,
think
but you just wonder why.
he will
What's
have an intercontinental run. You can see that in him.
yeah.
But
mm,
But I just wonder
look, I think
what's people's motivation because with Andrade, right?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
obviously left, right? For where he said he says I left on good terms, right? With Tony,
Mm.
shook his hand, we're good. So he's gone back, bang, Royal Rumble, So he's come back in, and then we're like, all right, cool. What's he doing? Then he just gets default booked back into this Bolton Wanderers type of booking
well,
Everton.
he's challenging for the IC belt, and Dom had to cheat to like
Yeah,
he came
exactly.
across
That's
as a
his
scaredy
limit.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
But
he.
no, hang on.
But
If
why?
Damian Priest can win the world championship, why can't someone else like
booking.
Malachi Black?
Booking.
Well, yeah, so then
Yeah,
they
but
could do that at Black.
there was nothing wrong with Andrade's booking, really. Yeah, he was kind of. They had to find where to fit him in initially, but he was in pay-per-views. He was in the ladder match at whatever it was. Was it Money in the Bank or whatever? He
SummerSlam.
was in one of
Yeah.
them. He initially was, like I said, did we say on the last one or the one before? He was supposed to be potentially getting a tag team title run with Ray
Ray, in
Phoenix,
it.
but
Clash of the Paris, in it.
yeah, but he no showed and he violated a
Well,
wellness policy apparently or whatever. So
well, there
But
you
it's
go.
that's not
but it's another
what do
thing
you mean?
because the Dutch.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go on.
He knows showed what at Paris.
Yeah, apparently so.
yeah. Him and because remember because it ended up being who ended up tagging with him, Ray Phoenix in that match. Someone else tagged with him. I can't remember who it was, but it was supposed to be Andrade and Ray Phoenix because they had
But
a
how can
couple
you know
matches
showed
before.
at Paris? Surely you got on a plane.
No, he didn't show up. He weren't answering his phone for like
Yeah.
because so he had got suspended for a wellness policy violation before this.
Apparently
So
three
and
times. Three
yeah,
moments
which is
Right,
mad,
it's only been there for like
multiple,
6
which is
months.
mental. So
So hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Are we saying just to confirm? We're saying that Andrade failed a wellness policy check,
Yeah.
test, whatever you want to call it, and Brock Lesnar didn't.
But
well
let's say ain't get tested, bro.
at the time, no, he didn't.
What I
I
find
guess the
interesting
current one.
also, just to touch on to that. So he failed obviously his wellness, violation policy, whatever. But Disney still wanted to book him to be a champion, right, with Ray.
Yeah,
Now, for whatever reason, I don't know, he was looking at his phone. It's Bruce. No, I'm not answering that. Mm,
Well, then, what's your
mm.
point?
It's
At
par.
least.
No, I'm not answering. But for whatever reason, he's not answering. So they just.
But why does it have to be? Why can't he have a ringtone? Why is it on
Oh,
vibrate?
he's on silent. He's got on silent.
Please
He's got on
don't,
silent.
Right,
He's got on
right.
don't.
silent. But you know, you're like, well,
Can't have any
why?
more
What?
singing on this podcast.
But it's mad. I don't understand why. You know, he's obviously no showed. He's not answering. He's not speaking to them. And
Yeah.
then, interestingly, Dave
Because he's a
Meltzer's.
waste man. He didn't do it on purpose.
Well,
It's not
funny
like
to
he
say.
went, ignore, ignore.
So Booker,
Oh.
you know
Or
how I feel
maybe.
about Booker T. I mean, Booker T. The best thing I can say about Booker T. I liked his theme in WCW and his Harlem Heat. That's as maximum it goes. But
That's
with
the best you can say
Yeah.
about him.
that's as
I
best
don't
I can
know.
say of him.
Oh
That is
my
Because
disrespect.
Yeah, you're
days.
mad.
because
You're
this
mad.
guy, he's like, well, you know, maybe if he could speak better English, they would have booked
Wait,
it better,
rare.
like Eddie Guerrero. And I was just like, nah, that's a bit poor. But then I wondered, you look at Julia, she hasn't been booked great, has she? To be fair.
She just turned up and she's US champion already. Like she
Oh,
Yeah.
come,
just turned up.
here we go. Booker T come out again. He said the same thing about Jade Cargill. She's fresher for the AEW run. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I suppose.
I will say though, in terms of Andrade and his English, he probably could have, if he cared to learn a bit more. Because no pass, Stephanie Raquel's been there for 2 minutes and she literally was like, "No, I want to learn English. I
Yeah,
want to
she's
improve
cutting promos
whatever."
now, isn't
And
it? Like,
she can
yeah.
cut promos in English. Do you know what I mean? But I feel with Andrade, obviously none of this is confirmed, but I think what happened. Anyway, in terms of, let me just go back a bit. In terms of Andrade's peak, you obviously never watched his run in NXT.
Mm.
He didn't speak. Yeah, he had Zelina Vega as his manager, and he just came out and put on bangers. That was it. Like that was his peak. So when he was initially getting called up, I was like, this guy is gonna go sick. And he did have sick matches. He had matches with Ray, and they had like a best out of 7 whatever series, and he had whatever, and with all these other people. But I don't know if the lack of having a presence, a manager with him, stalled him progressing. Because like you said, he wasn't cutting promos.
But it's mad
And
because
his
you're
lack of
almost talking
English,
about you're almost talking about two different companies. You're right. They book the same guy gets booked in a company like in this way, right, in this product, and then he moves. It's almost like he goes through like Matthew Kelly, stars in your eyes, and then they're like, right, cool,
Oof.
no, no manager. It's been like carrying Cross. He was
yeah,
booked
but
in a way.
you know that.
He was
You
booked
know
in a way in
that's
NXT. Then he comes out a gimp mask.
yeah, but you know, unfortunately, at the time, that's down obviously all down to Vince. Vince don't care about
But
NXT.
it's
As
not
far as
just
he's
Vince,
concerned,
though,
it
is
doesn't
it?
exist.
Because this
No,
was this was
mate, this is
Andrade's second run, and you guys.
no, but he didn't change. No,
Okay,
I'm
go on.
talking about he didn't. His character wasn't changed
All right.
when he came back to WWE. His character wasn't changed, so that's nothing to do with it. I'm saying you're talking about Karrion Cross coming as a gimp, and when Andrade first came up,
Yeah.
he was butchered. That's a Vinceism. So that's why it was annoying because whenever you see someone sick in NXT and they get called up, you're like, yeah, they're getting called up, but then you're like, oh,
But what
how are
about?
they gonna butcher them now?
Well, I mean,
Take
for
off
this
your
sec,
Yeah,
name,
for
yeah.
this, but for
take
this
off
second
your
run, why do
outfit,
they?
take off your
What?
tune.
What for this second one? Why don't they grab him with Zelena Vega and run
Because
it
that was
back?
already long gone, and she was already doing her
No,
thing.
but
She wasn't long
so
off
Mm,
no.
the US champ. But just going to one of my points. So what I think potentially may have happened,
mm.
why he has gone back again to AEW is, I think at the time maybe I don't know the timeline, so it might not be right, but obviously he was with Charlotte, and maybe he wanted to go back to try and work on their relationship because there was, I don't, again, the timeline might be wrong, but I
Mm.
feel like maybe they
What,
obviously
want to, want to,
they
want to reconcile or something?
want to try and make it
Yeah,
work because they're
no,
not together, and I know they were
I think
having
you're right. Yeah, and
strains or
traveling
whatever.
together
So he's,
might help.
yeah,
Might
so
help.
he's gone back to try and
Mm.
work it out. It hasn't worked out. They've split up. So he's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do my thing. But then for whatever reason, maybe because of that as well, he's just not feeling it. And maybe it's a bit weird being there, working there, your ex is there. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit weird.
Yeah,
And obviously he left AEW on good terms, like I said, there was no beef. So
Yeah,
it
maybe.
could have been a thing where it's like, you know what? There's nothing else here for me now, so I might as well
but
go back, kind of thing. I don't
that
know.
is probably true. And you don't know if people are treating him away because they're like Team Charlotte or whatever. You might
Yeah.
think, "Bun this. I don't want this atmosphere."
Mm.
But 2 points though. Um, Roink mentioned like if you go back, you're doing exactly the same thing. And you're saying, yeah, it's too late. You don't have to. Like even Malachi Black's gone back. He's done still the same entrance, same music.
Mm.
Rusev, different music. I think he's incorporated a little bit of his AEW gimmick. So you can do it. You can change. But we can't just turn around and go, how is it going to be butchered? Because at the end of the day, don't forget, Vince also gave you Gunter, not Walter. He gave you Gunter. So we can't just say, oh, everything Vince did is bad. Like, yes, he
Well, no, he
changes
just
people.
changed his name. He's the same character.
I'm not going to give Vince that because I would ideally say he didn't luckily want to change the actual character, but he was
He's just
dead
changed his
set on
name.
changing the name.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of
Originate
other
music.
people,
I
a
really
lot of
like
other people would have crumbled under that name change and with the negativity around it and the talk. You know,
Yeah,
obviously
they went sick that first time. Was it
the
there's some
classic
German bomber like?
the classic tweet that lives online forever that people love to throw out is
Keith Lee's one.
the Keith Lee one. Yeah, exactly.
What was it?
Like so basically when that name change happened, everyone was going sick. Keith Lee tweeted out, what did he say? Prayers
if it's
for
true what I'm hearing over there, I can't believe it, or something like that.
something like if it's true what I'm hearing, man, pour gun for pour water or something like that. And it's just like anytime there's something that like people just go back to that tweet all the time. It's like, yeah, this tweet
Doesn't age well.
aged so bad, so bad.
But it goes to the point. What I'm saying is, if you know something's not working, like for example, I don't know, like Andrade, you don't need to give him back his same gimmick and his same stuff. You could have changed it up, but I don't know what to because that is him, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what else.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know what.
So you either catch fire, you don't. There's not a lot you can do. You try to put him with Ray, which obviously would give him a bit of fanfare, I guess, because Ray's a fan favorite. But
he needed a manager.
He say something about Ray Phoenix. Are they determined to put him because he tag teamed with Javon Evans the other day? He's tag teamed with like various other people. Dragon Lee, I think, at one point, whoever. Are they determined to team with everyone apart from his brother? Like, what is happening?
So
why not?
Funnily enough, I saw something on that today that the plan apparently going forward now is for him and Javon to tag because they're exciting, dynamic for the younger fans, and then
Penta's too old.
And then they move him. No, then to then move him with Penta. I can't remember how. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's the plan to kind of have them do their thing because they're on different brands, and then eventually pair him with Penta for like a big pop, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, I was going to say
that makes sense.
They're building. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is this Ray and Penta?
Yeah, I was saying like they seem to tag him with everyone except his brother. But what Double A just explained it like because I will pop if you get Mert one day and then Penta runs out. I'll be like, wow, my days. Like,
I think I think
team up for Rumble. I mean WrestleMania or something.
The only thing I'll say about that, I think it's one of those ones. Disney's not very good at tag team booking, if I'll be honest. And then to add to that, I think again that's their ceiling. And if you look at Machine Gun Kelly, sick pop.
Wait, where's this guy?
Or not Machine Gun Kelly. Who's that? Machine Guns, whatever I call it.
Motor City Machine Gun.
Oh, yeah, them. Sorry, yeah, them.
Man said Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, them. So you see them, yeah. Now look at them. They're like any guy just been chucked in. But the pop, if you look at the pop, they got their entrance. I remember them from TNA days. I was like, rah, they're back.
Yeah,
and then
Chris Sabin was TNA World Champ, wasn't he?
Literally. And now they're just lost in the sauce. And I think the exact same thing will happen to Penta and Ray, unfortunately.
Lost to who?
Sorry?
No, he said they're just lost in the sauce.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they lost to the source. I went trying to decipher his names is so hard.
No.
It's like some Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly, the hot sauce. So yeah, I think him going back. I'll be honest. He's obviously going to do a bit of a Kenny Omega run. I think they'll do a good match. To be fair, I think it'll be a banger. It'll be probably a 5-star.
But speaking of lost in the sauce, is he not lost in the sauce with the Don Callis? How many of them?
Well, it's too big, bro.
I was going to say though, but that's
the new NWO.
I was going to say, but that is not a good fit for him. But it's somewhere where he can be there and he doesn't have to kind of lead and he doesn't have to worry about
he doesn't
speaking
have to
too
lead,
much.
He's just standing in the background. Then when they all come out,
he can go for the tag championships with El Clone. Yeah.
One thing I will say about that in terms of getting lost, it depends on him. Like, so when I look at the Don Cuss family, I look at Heki Kero.
Am I watching Brazilian football?
Hechicera, but yeah.
Wait, I think
Hechicera.
he's crashed.
Not
No, wait.
Heki.
Wait, is it Crash?
I think he's. Wait.
Wait. No, this is bad podding, bruv.
I think he's on mute.
But I look at people like him. I look at
He
him.
actually looked like he
I look
froze.
at Takeshita, obviously, Okada.
Takeshita's leaving, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
Because you can't. Okada will stay, I reckon, and then Takeshita
Yeah.
will go.
Takeshi's leaving
The group.
As in
AEW
the
the
or
Candice
family, the
family.
family. Yeah.
But
Oh,
he's going to be part time there anyway, isn't he?
Yeah,
Because
he's got like a hybrid contract.
half and half
got,
deal, and he's going
yeah.
to win the world
New
I was
championship,
Japan.
going to
I
say he's got
assume.
New Japan. He's got the shot, hasn't he?
Yeah, G1 climax. So like when I look at Josh Alexander, he looks to me as someone lost in the sauce.
He's definitely lost in the sauce.
Well,
Do you know what I
he's
mean?
at his level, isn't
God.
it? He's at his level. He's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, I don't think
he's
he
a
was
hell
ever
of a
meant to
wrestler.
be.
Really?
Yeah.
He was
It's
never
funny
meant to be
that-
like come
when-
in and you're like.
Because when he was in
super-
TNA, he was quite a big deal. He was their world champ.
They thought he was going to be the Shawn Michaels and Ethan Page was the Jannetty, innit?
Literally.
Like, because I think when Ethan Page was in AEW, he used to get cussed a lot saying, "We didn't even want you. We wanted Josh Alexander." Whatever. Like, they always used to drop that one in there all the time. We got the wrong tag team partner.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd ever thought that looking at those two. Jesus Christ! Like in
So-
ring, probably better. Josh Alexander maybe, but
Yeah.
Ethan Page has been putting on bangers recently. So
Mm.
and he can talk, and he's
Yeah.
a smug bastard. I love his
Yeah.
gimmick.
Josh, I don't
Here we
think.
go. It's too
I see. I
much.
never really watched Alexander in TNA. Did he really talk? What's his promo like? I don't think.
I didn't
he
really
just-
watch it much.
I
Either.
feel like his look is what not
Right back.
limits him, but his look doesn't.
Feed
Yeah, he's
me
like a
more.
Ryback Olympic
Rick
wrestler. I
Steiner,
just
sort of
I
without
just-
Rick Steiner without all the good moves.
his
Like it's
his
not.
visual look
Mm.
doesn't do anything. He doesn't look intimidating. Like he doesn't look.
Well, he looks
I-
boring. Let's call a spade a spade. He looks
Yeah,
kind
he
of
just-
boring.
He looks
Yeah.
very
Kind of
plain.
basic, kind of mid. And he's where he's supposed to be at the moment. He's like a heater, a bodyguard. They're trying to
Yeah.
sort of make this a mega sort of mini feud of him. But I'm like, it's a bit like when The Rock fucking feuded with Billy Gunn back in the day. It's like, and it didn't feel right. It's
I
like,
remember that feud at all.
Yeah.
There
And
was
then
one.
Rock
There was one.
destroyed him
There was one
Yeah.
feud, right? Sorry. This is like a bit of a random
go on.
callback. There's a feud where Rock is feuding with Benoit, and I kid you not, there is a segment right where from the whole episode of Raw, right, Rock's got like a chair, and he's going around Benoit, bang, and he's just hitting everyone with the chair. I'll send it in the group, right, and he's banging up
Oh,
every single person in the locker room in the back. Benoit, bang. And then
Wait, what?
eventually,
Other wrestlers or just
yeah,
people around
other
the place?
wrestlers. Then eventually finds
Jeez,
him
that's
and he
Libby.
rocks him up, man. He's mad.
You know what? I don't even remember that. I remember the one with Shawn Michaels where he was going in the back, super kicking everyone.
And he
Trying
went,
to fight.
oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
God, what's
yeah.
going on? Bang! Bang! It's become like a meme now, isn't it? It's T-Jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Funny little callback
And
that.
then, like, you're saying about this Josh Alexander, does he look? And I get it. I think his time's passed. He looks a bit old. But Chad Gable was the same. He was just this Olympic wrestler, like
Yeah.
Kurt
Wait.
Angle.
No. Hang on.
Mm,
No.
And then he changed it up.
I know what
Ready,
you're trying
Willing,
to
and
do,
Gable.
but
What are you
I
talking
would
about?
say even the
Ready,
moment
Willing, and Gable.
the moment the bell rings, though, like at least you
When-
can get invested
Okay,
in Chad Gable.
when Jason Jordan and Chad Gable were a team,
Call him by his
everyone
name.
thought
It's
Jason
Kurt
Jordan was
Angle's
the
son.
star.
Yeah.
But they thought Jason Jordan was the star.
Yeah. He was supposed to be the Michaels, I'd say. Yeah,
And then the
because
amount
they
of
put him in the
time-
singles, and then they made Chad Gable Baby G, whatever they called him.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
amount of
Shorty
times they
G,
were like,
Shorty
oh,
G.
Baby.
Shorty G,
Um,
that's it.
Yeah. Like
Like,
Machine
next
Gun
round
Kelly.
releases, next round of releases, surely it's going to be Chad. Surely it's going to be Chad. Oh, Chad might go here, there, TNA or whatever. But he survived because he made it work. So you never know.
Well, shoosh, all that stuff. Yeah, he's got a bit of personality in it as well. And as well, I think what we've seen recently, like his in ring, like
He's
we always knew he was good.
Yeah.
We always knew he was good, but
Almost
somehow
unmatched.
he
Yeah.
went to another level at one point. Like I
Yeah,
think
he was.
once it was a couple of years ago, and he's put a match after match of Gunther. And before that, like he was doing some matches. I went, because it was a joke. It was like
Yeah,
mini
yeah,
Rick
yeah.
Rude,
Once
Shorty
he
G,
started
all that
adding
stuff.
that rolling German
Oh,
whatever he
the
calls it.
centrifugeplex, whatever it's called. It's some
But
mad one.
he
I
started
was
that
like,
stuff.
my God, this. And he
He's
started
always
doing
had
more
that, though. He's
moonsaults and
always had
stuff.
that. Yeah.
But do you reckon that's what it is, though? Because when you look at, you obviously compare it with obviously Chad and he's getting the show over and all that malark and Shorty G. Do you reckon potentially the language barrier is a bit, or Baby G? Do you reckon the whole
Yeah,
language
Baby
barrier
G.
is an issue? Because like with Andrade, obviously perhaps he doesn't learn English. So maybe they're like, what are we doing with this guy? How are we booking him? Because we can't
It's
get
probably
him to
why
go on
Charlotte
promo.
dumped him. Like, learn English, bro. Like, you've been married to an American
Do
for
you know
how
what I mean?
long,
That's what I'm
and you still
saying.
can't speak English like
This is what I'm
proper.
saying. I feel
Even
like
even Nakamura. I look at this guy. Mate, so full disclosure, I watched his match with Okada, and by God,
Yeah, yeah.
wait, that
What?
guy
Yeah.
then,
Welcome to the real world. Yeah.
and what I see
There's a world
now,
outside AEW. Yeah.
oh mate,
yeah,
it's
Yeah, but they
different.
gave him the Royal Rumble win though. That's the thing.
yeah.
No, they did. They booked him,
So that
and he obviously,
even if
but
you lose, you still is an achievement to give
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
Nakamura the Royal Rumble. That's pretty sick, in
But
my
Vince
opinion.
was
just
shook.
feel
Vince
like
was never going to put the title on him. I feel
Yeah,
like
he got shook
he's just
before.
shook.
It got
yeah.
talked into it. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Even like Asuka, I see, the stuff she's
Oh, don't
done,
get me started on her. She's sick.
and then now
I was
they
about to say Asuka.
I feel like they end up doing stuff with her. Oh, she's now the heel Oscar. She's this Oscar. And I'm like,
Be
yeah.
careful what you say about Asuka before
Sh-
Double A puts you to task going through her
She's not a heel.
resume.
I mean,
Like,
sh-
be careful what you say about her, what they've done with her, because
she's
Double A
not a
will
heel.
put
She's
it
not a
through.
heel. But nah, but just
She's a
going on your
hill.
point
What do
The
you
about
mean
whole
she's not a hill?
green mist
She's a
and
massive hill.
nah, in her mind, she's not a heel. I'm saying
Oh, yeah,
like
they're the best hills.
yeah,
Yeah.
EO is her student. So do what I say. What are you doing? Like you can't. That's it. You
yeah.
don't. There's no.
Well,
But
that's
your
why
point
she's a
about
great
I
hill.
was
the
going to say, I thought you meant like you can't be bullying Kyrie, mashing up
Iris
EO and
nah,
saying she's not ill. That's insane. But I get what you
she
mean
is
in
their
her head.
senpai
Yeah,
though. So yeah, but no. To your point about the promos again and Andrade not cutting stuff. The thing is, that's what I'm saying. Even there were even points when Asuka EO they weren't cutting promos in English. They were doing it in the native language. And they were flinging subtitles. Sometimes they wouldn't
It
even have
sounds good
subtitles.
though.
But it sounds sick. Do
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what
yeah,
I
the
mean? It
Nakamura
sounds
was doing
sick.
those ones as well.
When you're vexed, you're like, yeah,
It's
it
sick.
sounds sick. But
Yeah.
I feel like Andrade didn't even want to do that. So I
I don't know. I think
you
you lot
can
are being
still
a bit harsh. I can't remember an Andrade promo where I was like, I don't understand what this man's saying. I understood.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Because
I'm saying
yeah, in
he didn't
fact,
do enough
I
promos.
don't.
no,
I don't even
the first
remember a
boss's
pro.
Can
point.
you
I don't
see him
even
in
remember
No,
a
no, hang
match?
on.
Andrade
No,
promo.
no.
I can
First
count on one
boss's
hand.
point. First boss's point. When he was in AEW and he was like the leader of LFI, whatever it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh
he
yeah.
always talking in the back end segments and promo? Like
Yeah,
when he
you know
went,
what I'm saying. And he had a
"This
suit
is
Just
my
on. He had
friend
a
about
thing.
Roosh."
just about though. I wouldn't say he was cutting promos. It was kind of
But
just like
even okay, when he
you want
went
to
back to
join?
WWE,
Okay.
yeah, but even
We do
You
business.
want to
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah.
Okay. We do business?
going
Okay.
back
There
to
was never anything.
WWE, and
Mm.
he also was talking. What was it? Who's that crew he was trying to recruit? And what's
Oh,
the name? Angel Garza and them man. He was
Oh
talking
yeah,
Santo
to
yeah.
them.
Escobar,
Let, let,
Santos Escobar, whatever it was.
He
no,
was
no, no.
doing
But
all
Yeah.
that.
And
he was
He was
trying
again,
to.
doing all
Yeah.
that's not a promo though. When you're just chatting with other people,
that. Okay,
that's
it's a
not a
backstage
promo.
stick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm saying
it's not
he
a
has never
promo with a
cut
mic.
a promo or just him. He's
Yeah.
never done it.
And
Like he's
I
just
think maybe
That's
that's
true.
the issue. Like for example, but if you're booking him, and I suppose when we talk about they're not booking positions, so right, so Andrade, you're gonna do a story with Damien or whatever. You're like, right, how are we gonna run this?
mm,
Well, we need you to carry this one. To be fair, in front of the audience, and or even sometimes backstage. And I don't know. I think whoever's going to be working with him is going to do a lot of heavy lifting to carry the story because the way Disney books their product, and I suppose a lot of American product, English speaking products, they book it in a way, such a way you have to speak language. But then I
Yeah,
look
but
at
that happened back in the
Takeshita.
day.
Takeshita, for example. Um, uh, he says now a few things, couple of things in Japanese, but then Don
mm.
Callis has
He's
always been sort of with him. This guy's the
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
alpha. He
He's the
beat Kenny
mouthpiece ultimately.
Omega, and I'm like, I'm bleeding this. I'm in the story now,
Yeah,
and I feel,
Callis is
I,
the
f-
right person
I f-
for Andrade.
who?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I'm saying.
Callis is the right person for Andrade.
Yeah, yeah.
100%. But it's just a matter of their faction is too big at this moment. Well, maybe not too big. We'll see where it goes. It's
Takeshi's gonna
just a
go.
bit
Takeshi's gonna
disjointed.
go.
Yeah. I feel like well, that's not most of them, but the guys that are there are kind of just padding in it. Like Murder Hawk ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I forgot he
Romero's
was
not
there.
doing nothing. Romero's not doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? They're
Wardlow,
guys that are
Wardlow's
just there
injured.
to add
Yeah.
to the numbers,
And
but they're
wait,
not really
who's
doing anything.
what's his name? Rapongi Vice, they're
Trent,
both in it. Yeah,
yeah,
Trent and
not doing
Rapongi
nothing.
Yeah.
Vice.
Do you know what I mean?
All
Trent.
right, I can't talk
I
about
completely
Andrade
forgot about
anymore.
Trent.
Can't
No, I
do
didn't know.
any more Andrade, bro. Jesus Christ. So, did anyone
It
watch
was good. Good.
the Dom versus Rusev match? And how over is Dom going to be? Like when he done that thing at the end, when he tried to hit him in the icy belt, Rusev was like, "What, Machka?" And then and then he tried to throw the icy belt and do the
It's-
old Eddie, and the ref saw him as well. I went,
yeah, yeah.
"I
It's like,
say,"
what are you
and
doing?
what are you doing, you dickhead? Look, Dom is going to be
See,
a
at first I was like, did the ref turn around too quick?
Too early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it
yeah,
was a
yeah.
missed time thing, innit? But no, it's
Right.
part of the story.
No, it was part of
Story,
it.
yeah. I think
Story.
if they pull the trigger on Dom because he's already going to get
I'm gonna
kicked
make a
out,
cup of tea, guys. All right.
so he's
Oh,
already going to get kicked out of. Leave your phone on
gonna
the
cut
table
out.
though. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's gonna cut out.
he's going to get kicked out of Judgment Day. Obviously, that split's happening.
Well, yeah, there was always that
Yeah.
tension between Finn and himself, like the jealousy. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
used
No,
to
but he's
like
never, ever since he pinned him at whatever the event was for the
yeah,
IC belt. Where was
like
that?
Finn, WrestleMania,
Um.
WrestleMania,
Was that WrestleMania? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
and
Yeah, Finn's
ever
been planting
since
bare
then, when
seeds, man.
Finn's been doing these little nuances and just laughing, it kills me when Finn
Oh, he's
is
too
laughing.
His
sick.
He's
face,
like,
yeah, his
yeah,
face.
hey, Roxanne, go and
I
speak to
think
Doc.
because his mouth is so big, bro. Like I don't know, he's just got bare teeth, and he's just like, yeah, he's just in the back, just
It's
big
too
grinning.
funny. He's just cracking up, laughing. It's
And,
too funny.
and I think obviously there, I don't know. Well, I say obviously, I feel like there may be. Ah, shoot, when I don't know when Liv's back, but obviously her being back is gonna play into, the whole
What you think
Roxanne.
they'll hold it
But
off?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky one because I don't think she's. I don't know when she's due back.
What was
Um,
it? Dislocated or broken?
No, I
she'll,
think it was dislocated.
did,
It couldn't have not
no, it
broke.
wasn't broken. It was
Yeah,
just. It
okay.
was nothing. Yeah. But yeah, I
But going back to Dazzler's point,
What?
right. I'm not even gonna rant because I'm done now. I can't be bothered
here
anymore.
we go.
Right?
What? As he's about to rant.
Why is the audience cheering for Dominik Mysterio, who cheats, lies, steals, is the bad guy? Play your
Uh,
role as a crowd. Play your role. Don't sing the Dirty Dom song
All right.
because he hates you. He
Okay.
cusses you. He
All right.
hates you. He cheats.
Okay.
He's a scumbag, and
All
you
right.
lot are cheering for him. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
All right.
The
Sorry.
only thing
Do
I'll
it.
say
Hold
on
on. I
that,
thought.
I've obviously
Whoa,
got
whoa.
the
Sorry. Sorry.
whoa, whoa, you can't
Anyway.
do that.
Anyway. Exactly.
no, no.
Um.
I
No.
was there.
You
No.
went it.
No.
Oh,
No, no.
You stop
sorry. I'm
talking,
sorry.
bro.
Double A.
What
This
the
is your.
hell?
This is your ruthless
No, you
aggression.
weren't
So
even
I don't
Actually,
need.
He
trying.
asked him a
Uh,
put
question.
yourself on mute. You
uh,
stay on mute.
You weren't even here.
Oh, the fans
Yeah,
will love
Hell.
it. Yeah.
we're on small world at the moment. Yeah, you don't do small world. So
Um. But yeah, I'm just saying. I'm gonna flip this back to you and
go on
say
then.
MJF.
What about it?
So, what do you mean? Everything you've just said can apply to MJF.
No, it
Don't
can't.
sing his song. He calls you a scumbag. Don't say, yeah, we're your scumbag. Don't cheer for him because he's the heel. Don't. The exact same
Double
thing
A,
you
can
just said
I
for
add more
MJF.
evidence to your point as well,
No.
please?
Please.
All right,
No,
go
no,
on.
no, no.
Add
I
it, and
can.
then I'll
I
answer it.
can.
Add it, and
Okay,
then I'll
cool.
answer
Okay, so what was the last AEW event we went to in person?
it. Let me answer
No,
Aaron's
no,
thing
no.
first.
So,
Yeah?
right. So we went to Forbidden Door,
Yeah,
MJF versus the
yeah,
Hangman, the biggest
yeah.
face in the company at the moment. And
Correct.
I had to keep checking you because who are you cheering for?
No, you didn't have
Yeah,
to
you
check me
were.
at
You
all.
were all, and you went, yeah,
Crazy.
ooh, as a joke,
I
because you were
played
all
my
over
role.
MJF. No,
I
you weren't.
played
No,
my
you
role.
didn't. You were all over
Crazy.
MJF, and you were
No, I
really
Indeed.
wasn't.
cheer. And every time I looked at you, went, "Oh, what's that thing you said?" And you went, "Yeah, ooh, Hangman, yeah, sick, yeah." So
Caught
what
in
you talking
full
about?
HD.
No,
Not even
guys.
4K. I ain't even got a
In
4K
terms
camera,
of
but you're
oh
caught
yeah, cool, well, all right. If that
in full
happened,
How
HD.
about it? How about it? How about it? Yeah,
If
cool. Yeah.
if that happened for the
and I,
Grapple Gurus audience,
I'll answer your
Double
question
A
though.
and Gazla are about to put the video up of me doing this now.
I,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
answer. I'll
oh
answer
yeah,
your.
it's not here because it
We
doesn't
weren't
exist.
filming.
Right, let me.
It's
Ah,
on your
you.
phone. I'll
Yeah,
answer the question though.
it doesn't exist. But in terms of the MJF thing, no, you're wrong because
No,
we
I'm
used to
wrong.
boo MJF. All of us, the crowd, everyone used to boo, boo, boo until, and you, if you remember this, and this is evidence in the group, I said I do not like the MJF face turn. I was always against it. Was I not? I was an advocate
Yeah,
of saying
I'm not talking about that.
I'm
Though.
against the face turn because when the fans started cheering, they turned him face. Right?
That's how
That's what
all
they did.
wrestling worked since the beginning of time. A heel becomes so good that they start cheering him, then they turn him
No,
Yeah.
face.
no.
That's
He
how all
started
wrestling
saying,
works.
"I'm your scumbag. I'm this. Blah blah
Dom
blah."
was getting
Dirty Dom's not doing that.
Dom
Dom
was the
was
most
getting
booed man in
booed
the country.
every week
Yeah, I know.
out
He
Yes,
of the
couldn't
again.
even
building.
talk.
He
He couldn't
couldn't
even
even
talk.
talk.
I
But I'm
know.
And
saying the reason you know why they're cheering him
I
and
know.
now is because you've said it yourself. It's on the episodes. When you appreciate a heel's body of work, that's what it is. It's appreciation for his work.
That's what happened to
Appreciate
The
him by
Rock. The Rock
booing
was
him.
in the nation as a
Nah.
massive
Appreciate
heel.
him. Appreciate him by booing him.
Okay.
Appreciate
No.
his craft.
Tell them to MJF. Tell that to MJF.
Right.
Tell it to The Rock in 98. Go
Yeah.
on.
Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you a quick side note, a quick story. Right. I went to the theatre
Story.
and there was this. It was a really good show. And then at the end, you know, like when they do the bow in and they bow, the villain came out. And guess what we did? To show our appreciation, guess
No,
what
it's
we
not
did?
true.
We booed him.
Exactly.
That's not true.
And he was like,
That's not
yeah,
true.
thank you, thank you.
That's
And
not
we
true.
booed him.
You didn't
And he
do
was
that.
like, come on. And was like, boo. He's like, yeah, I played my role really well. And that's how we appreciated it.
You're
Okay.
We
such a
didn't
Jim.
cheer
You're
him.
such a Jim Cornette. Like I don't understand. Like you are the Jim Cornette of this podcast. Like, and the thing is, this kayfabe has gone too far because you're actually a moron. Because I tell you why.
How?
Because you know what's happening.
Oh, no.
All of wrestling from the beginning of the time. Like Macho Man was a heel back in the day, and then they start getting back on his side. And then they turn and face, they pull the trigger. The Rock,
All right.
your favorite wrestler of all time. Hang on, your
Yeah.
favorite wrestler of all time, The Rock,
Yeah.
was the most hated man in the company.
Yeah.
In during the nation, circa '97, so we say.
Yeah, die, Rocky, die. Yes, I know.
All that shit, and then he took over the nation. You know the story, obviously. Sorry, Double A, I'll get back to you in a minute. But you know, like, and then once they realised, oh, hang on, people are starting to find him funny. Like it was his comedy of his cussing people now. And Dominic, the work he does outside, and especially on like the after shows and that, he's too
Yeah.
fucking
I'll tell you why
funny.
it's different.
And the
I'll
events
tell you why it's
and
different.
whatnot.
I'll tell you why it's different. Because when The Rock's true character was coming out, Vince said, right, do it more because we're going to turn you face. And do it a little bit, and we'll do it little by little. And
where,
it
where was
was
this
all
article? Where
planned.
was this dirt sheet? Where are you
It
getting this
was
from?
all planned. The
Where,
audience
no,
did
no,
not
no.
change him.
Where would you get
Okay.
this from?
The audience did not
I used to
change
watch.
him.
I used to watch Raw at your house. So where did you read this?
The
And
audience did
you,
not
you, you
change
didn't
him.
you didn't tell me this back in the
Crazy.
day. So what
I didn't
was
know.
this?
It's only hindsight and listening to
Hindsight and story,
Richard and all of that sort of
Get
stuff.
out of
Yeah.
here,
and
man.
your kayfabe making up stories, yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
the audience did not turn The
They
Rock.
turned the Rock. They started cheering for him when he was supposed to be
No,
heel.
no, it was all a
Okay.
plan.
Explain
You
Austin.
as an
Wait, was
audience,
Austin a
and I'm
plan? No,
addressing
wait.
all of you.
Was Austin a plan?
You as an audience do not get to dictate and change what you just enjoy the show.
Yeah,
Enjoy
and
the
they were
That's all
show.
enjoying
you
it
need to say.
by
Enjoy the show.
Hang on.
booing
So
and
okay,
cheering for who they want.
was Austin
No, no, you don't.
was Austin a plan as well, or was that organic?
Yeah, go on.
No, that
And on that note,
Wow,
no. I'm talking about what one are you talking about?
Austin.
mate,
Austin 316.
you can whatever.
Or are you
No,
talking about when
wait.
they turned him
No,
heel?
Austin
Oh,
Gunn.
when they
No,
turned
when it
him
turned to
heel,
face, when he was supposed
okay.
to heel and he turned face.
Okay, I wasn't
And he was
sure
getting
what turn
cheered.
you were talking about. That's what I'm asking.
Whatever,
The
man.
original 1997, I'd say. I
Yeah,
guess
that was planned.
the double turn, because he was getting cheers, they decided to turn him face and turn. Brett was
Planned.
already showing nuances, Austin was showing nuances, and they'd done a double turn at WrestleMania 13.
Exactly.
So, but
Correct.
before that, whole year, he was trying to do hill shit and he getting cheered.
He wasn't. He was still.
I've relived that all through the podcast. There's one that does the whole
Oh yeah,
New
you said
Generation podcast on it. And so I've gone through all of them again. And he was supposed to trust me, he was supposed to be a heel. But organically, and even before the Austin 316 thing, they were starting to like him already. And he's like, shut up, bang, he hating the crowd. And they're going, he flipped us off, bang. So they loved it.
exactly. Stop trying it, man.
I don't get
Yeah.
it.
This is
You
how
don't
wrestling
get it.
works.
Okay, you don't get it, but you partake in it when it's
How
MJF.
did the Acclaim turn face? Because they were a heel tag team, came out doing this sick raps, and then started enjoying them and liking their work, and then they thought, look, we got to turn them face because the crowd started liking them. There's no
New
point in
Day.
being a heel.
Correct.
Yeah,
When the company decide to turn, then you can start cheering.
No, but the company decides to turn because the
but
crowd are
yeah,
reacting a certain
No,
way, not the
they,
other way around.
this isn't chicken and egg, mate. This is like
I don't know
they're
why you're
doing it
even
case
because of
arguing
crowd
this.
reactions.
it's a case of them going, all right, we're listening that you kind of like them, so
Yeah.
we'll change them. But I tell you what, we'll change them when we're ready. For
Okay,
now,
cool.
this
Alright.
is our show. Just play along.
I don't know what reality you're living
Right.
in, but that's not how it
No,
works.
he's Jim
Is
Cornette,
the
isn't he? He's
reality?
kayfabing, bro.
So yeah,
Okay,
very
I see
weird.
that. So
It's not.
What about
Also, speaking of, just
yeah,
quickly, speaking of reality, blurred lines, etc. This one's for Roik. Karrion Cross was recently on Chris Van Vliet. I don't know if you lot heard about this.
no,
Yeah.
And they were saying, "Oh, you're going to go to AEW," and apparently AEW don't want to sign him because they think it's still a work.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're saying, "No, we're not signing you, or we're not putting our name to you because you're just going to go back to WWE and say, AEW wanted me and I've come back, and you're not using us." And he's going, "It's not a work."
Oh wait,
I'm
sorry,
out.
Yeah,
Chris
I
Van.
remember
You
this
say recently?
interview.
This was a while. Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
about a month ago.
Yeah, this is a while back
Months
when he.
ago, but we haven't spoke about it. But I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah. I do
Yeah.
remember him saying that. That
it's news to me. Thank you.
a lot of
Cheers,
people thought
first
that it
boss.
was a work. Companies thought it was a work, which is mad because
Yeah.
he's done. He's not I say bare indie shows. He's done shows. He's done events. He's done
Yeah, he's doing quite
thingy.
a few
He
now.
done one
He's
recently. I don't know where it was, but him and Darby were a
GCW.
tag team,
But
which
the
was sick.
fact
Yeah,
he hasn't
Yeah.
turned up on AEW yet
no, but this could be a
means,
work on a work. Then AEW, oh, we
Nah.
don't want him. Bang, it's all
yeah.
a work, and then he
Oh, and
disappears
then he
at
turns
Wrestle
up,
Dream. Yeah.
and then he ends up in the Don Callis family because
Well, no part. Well, this is my no part on him again. But I'm like, all right, let's just say, yeah, there's probably some truth. You think it's a work. You're probably still signed with Disney. All intents and purposes, he says, listen, it's not a work. He actually gets asked outright. I've got respect for the business, but I've got to ask you this: is this a work? And he's like, no, it's not a work. But again, with Karrion Cross, the Gimp Mask,
Wait,
where
what was the no par bit?
the
Yeah.
Gimp Mask.
You did.
Um, so
Oh,
I
okay.
think with him, he is no, he's a Tottenham Hotspur. Do you know what I mean
Mate, he was your favourite wrestler a few months
In
ago.
it, you
Now,
wanted us to buy the book and sign the book and all this stuff. Like
whoa,
now it's
whoa,
like,
whoa, 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 whoa!
with
I
fans like
never
you, who needs enemies? Jesus Christ.
listen.
I'm saying.
I did
On this
not
podcast, you
say.
said he could be AW World
I
Champion.
didn't
That's what
say
you
he
said.
was a sick wrestler. I
yeah,
said. I said he was a
Wow.
nice. I
you
said
said he was misused. You
he
said
was.
Disney don't know how to use
You was
He
him.
lapping it
was.
up. Oh, if he goes to AW, man, I can imagine him doing this, that, and the other.
Yeah. I
Oh
didn't
my
say he'd be a
God.
sick wrestler.
Fickle.
Was Ric
What?
Flair
Okay,
sick?
right.
Was Ric Flair a sick wrestler?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's a
And he,
sick.
Anyway,
I think it's a
hey,
sick
no, no,
talker.
no, no, no,
right.
do you
Get
know, no,
on
hang
with
on.
your
He is some
Tottenham
Stephen A.
analogy
Black,
because
Stephen A.
yeah,
don't
Smith,
let me
whatever.
go mad.
You know when Stephen A. Smith said the other day, oh,
what
his
his top
number
five,
one all
his top
wrestler is like
five, yeah,
Goldberg. Like,
yeah.
he's doing this for clicks. Like, there's no way you can say Ric Flair is not a good wrestler. Ric Flair does
but
the best Ric Flair match in the world. Sick.
but
He has one match,
Yeah,
but
go
yeah.
on. Continue your Tottenham analogy.
Yeah, so
Well, I
Tottenham.
think with Karrion Cross, right? Nice guy, and he is a nice guy. From listen, I don't know him, but listen to his interview and listen to
But
his
hang on, is this
podcast.
Tottenham under Frank or Ange?
No,
Or in general.
This is Martin Yole.
Oh, oh,
Wow.
swish, swish. Oh
Robbie Keane,
no!
all that man.
Oh, that was a great team. They finished
Martin
fourth. Look,
Yard.
go on. Yeah.
I still don't understand the analogy here. Like,
Sorry,
as
I
explained
interrupted.
it.
Sorry,
No, the
right.
point is, with him, right, for whatever reason, again, bit like Andrade, they knew what worked with him, and then they knew it was working even before an indie, and they made him and they put him in that gimp mask. Then they got rid of him. Then they brought him back, and then he was working with what's obviously his wife's name, and it begins with S, and I forgot her name. What's his wife's?
Scarlet,
Scarlet.
Sorry,
Scarlet.
Scarlett. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the most cringe girl in the whole company. But yeah.
Yeah, and then it just didn't really work. And then all of a sudden, AW, if you were to book him in AW, I think when you listen to him, he obviously loves the business. And
Yeah,
he
cool.
says,
Yeah.
I've pushed this angle. Nah, not interested in that angle. What about this? I can do this, I can go to these depths. Some of the stuff we talk about with Bray as well, who's past obviously now. And you say, oh, this guy is really creative. But Matt Hardy is very creative, and no disrespect, the best stuff he's done, in my opinion, is the Hardy Boys, not Delete.
That's not a bad thing
Yeah,
to say.
that's
That's
not
one of
a
the
wild
greatest
take.
tag teams of all time.
I agree. I
Is it
agree.
not?
I
So
agree.
don't say like it's a bad thing. Like
I'm not
say,
saying it's
oh,
a bad thing.
no disrespect to Thor, but the best thing he ever did was the Legion of Doom.
But
Like the Road
he's a very
Warriors.
creative mind, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
It's always inventing sort of version one. The Hardy and welcome to the. But listen, just put your hand up and do the freaking and the leg drop. Do that instead,
Wow.
please. No power, but that's reality.
No,
Yeah, I don't
I
understand what
Broken
happened.
Matt was a very good
No,
character. I
no,
don't know.
no, man,
Yeah,
no.
It
Him
was
and
it.
him
Broken
and
Matt.
him and
No,
yeah,
no, no,
Broken
no.
Shadow
Matt.
him and Shadow
You give,
version one. It was one of
Brother
the
Nero.
you
worst
give
things ever.
credit where
Brother Nero,
credit's due.
that's dead, all dead.
No,
And
He
Willow the Wisp
invented
was dead, but yeah,
the what do you call it? The cinematic.
Yeah.
I know they don't really do that anymore, but
no,
I
theatrical
Like
match
the
is what
liked
they're
it.
cinematic
called.
style
It was
Cinematic.
of
very
like wrestling.
interesting. I liked
Yeah.
it. I don't
oh,
know.
I'm
I
glad
would
you
like.
find
I
it
have no
interesting.
problem seeing more.
Different, isn't it?
That was the. Best thing to come out of the I don't know, this doesn't sound like a statement, but WWE wise during COVID. I was going to say best thing that came out of COVID, that would have came out wrong. But the best thing that came out in WWE during COVID was those cinematic matches,
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Firefly and the
They got
AJ
even
the
that
Undertaker match,
AJ
Firefly.
versus
Yeah,
super creative, man.
there was and because I couldn't take the Thunderdome anymore, that was long.
no.
But yeah, and
But
then
even
but
with
they need to do that more. Do that more now.
AEW did it with Darby and Sting versus who did they fight when they were in that
Oh
warehouse?
What
yeah.
Team Taz or someone else?
Could have
FTO,
been
isn't it?
Team
No, it
Taz.
was
The FT.
FTO.
No, it wasn't it Cage and someone?
Yeah, that was
Brian
Team
Cage and
Yeah,
Taz
someone.
at the time.
when they were
Okay,
Team Taz at the time. Yeah,
And they
Cage and
done
Scott.
another one with the
Yeah,
Hardy Boys on the complex where it
Mm.
wasn't Starks in that again, was it? But yeah, they filmed it at the complex, and at the
at
end,
the complex.
Hardy's
Yeah,
Hardy's kids came out and went, oh, and them
And then
as
the fire and yeah.
yeah.
I like it.
wait,
I
do you
like
remember?
all
Do you
that.
remember that bit when they're all fighting down the bottom, and then from the top of the shed from nowhere, Brother Zay goes,
Oh
and he was
yeah,
like,
it's
Oh,
like,
oh, that was too funny to me. He just appeared from nowhere, and the cinematic bang
oh, really
panning up at
good.
him, going, oh, see,
yeah.
where is he? I need to hear more of that orgasmic
Done.
sounds.
That was another one. Again, this podcast goes all over the place. But again, speaking of tag team wrestling, yeah, where are they? Because when they had the belts
Who's that?
and they brought back shots,
Who's that?
shots,
A
shots,
private party,
Private
brothers.
private party,
party.
Yeah,
The
that's it.
party is closed, man. It's over.
they got
They're,
murked,
they're
and that's
done.
it. Done.
But they gave them the
Yeah.
belts. I always thought so. This big story came up. Who's it? Red One who created the I don't know whatever that fake destroyer is. Red One was training them. Come on, guys, we could do this. Bang, and they kept losing, and then they finally did it. And then they had what? It feels like a couple months from.
Then
Was it?
her
Yeah.
business
One
Brock.
match.
And then her business got
Business
so. And then
brought them up.
it wasn't even like close. It was disgusting. That it was Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston, like or Big E. It was
But
so mad.
sometimes,
Told
And
you,
but
then
man.
we haven't
sometimes
seen.
you gotta be real. Like,
Yeah, of course. But then
do you
give me
really
something
think
else to do.
Private Party could give 10 minutes to Shelton
No one's
Benjamin
saying
and
that.
Bobby
Ah,
No one's
Lashley?
saying that.
No
But
one's
where
saying
have
that.
they been since? You
They're
can still
done.
have them on TV.
Nah, they're
Told you.
done now.
are
From the.
they left? Have they left the company?
I don't
No,
think
no,
they've
no.
left.
Still the
I think
company. Still
they're.
the company.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what their contract
I
is.
think. I think the
But
difficulty is, and maybe obviously we are.
they weren't ready.
Maybe it's our age of maturity, and it goes back to sort of discussion you're having about heels. We like a face, right? We like chasing off the face, but
Speak for yourself.
no. But what I mean is, once that face has got his redemption, finish the story. You're like dead. You're bored, and
Hang
I
on.
think
No.
What
That's
do you mean finish the
no.
story? Like what? Hangman finished
your
his
It
story?
co
Like
depends
your
what they
no, no.
do.
Hangman finished his story.
yeah, to an
Okay, cool.
extent,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. Because
definitely.
I'm bored. Are
Like,
you bored
like,
of him now?
like with Hangman, I'll be honest.
Hangman definitely
Nah,
needs
I'm
a
not.
long feud with a
Samoa Joe.
credible challenger.
He's
Yeah.
obviously his
Samoa
his
Joe. Love
his
it.
run right now is miles better than
Oh
his first
yeah,
one.
fighting
It's
champion, all of
better,
that.
but he needs that long-term feud where you think, actually, is he going to lose this? Because if he faces
Oh
Joe,
yeah,
he
of
ain't losing.
course, of
No, of
He
course,
course
ain't
of
not.
beating.
course.
I
Like
wrestle
Joe is
dream.
not beating for the title.
Yeah,
So we
Uh,
need, and Carl Fletcher. We love Carl
Well,
Fletcher, one of our own. We knew he weren't winning. It
of
wasn't going to
course,
happen.
that was more to kind of, I guess, put him on the
That was
map
just to
more.
put Fletcher on the map, and he
Yeah.
did. He put Fletcher on the map. Absolutely did. Fletcher. You looked at you look at Fletcher in a different light now. You look at him as
Yeah,
a
I can
main
see him as a world champion. Big
Hundred
time.
percent.
Oh, yeah.
Job done.
Like we
Yeah?
said the other day with the Jericho thing back in the day, where they put
Yeah.
he looked right in the belt at that
Yeah,
time, innit?
you're like, okay, I can see it now.
Yeah.
So when you're ready to pull the trigger, I'm not going to be like,
We
But
still got
but I
MJF
suppose-
waiting in the wings.
But I
we
suppose
have, but we've seen the match already. So
Mm.
fine, he's waiting in the wings. But you want a feud. Like, I know he's injured, or both of them are injured. But if you had Hangman facing either Swerve or Osprey, you're going to be like, oh boy, I don't know what's going to happen here. And then you've got MJF waiting in the wings. You might be like, okay. But right now,
It's the same thing that happened last time with him.
predictable.
The same thing
But
that
isn't
happened
it
last
predictable
time.
though? I think that
Yeah.
this one is at least. I mean, you still expect, I guess, Hangman to win, but with this one, Joe's right. You ain't beating me, so I guess
Yeah,
there's
but now
that
he
wrinkle
will.
to it.
Well, that's the
No,
story,
we
innit?
will.
Yeah.
If you
but-
gave me a feud between Hangman and say Okada,
Oh, now you're
I
talking.
would be like,
Yes.
boy, they could pull the trigger on Okada, you know. So I'm not sure with this one. It would make me think.
Oh,
maybe that's due though, because obviously depending on what happens with Okada and Takeshita.
has Okada lost 1-on-1? I don't think
he
I don't think
he
he's
has.
lost.
And I love. Oh, no, can I just say on that note, I love the way they protect his finish because honestly, I don't know if you've noticed it recently. Every time
Yeah,
he's
he-
going for the
he-
Irish whip, the crowd's like, "Right!" Oh, he's ducked it. Right! Oh,
The
Ripcord.
Irish whip, you know.
Ripcord.
right!
Irish whip.
Bang! And you're like, yeah, it's done. Game's done.
Rainmaker
But
roll. Yeah,
going
it's
back to the
it.
point of Private Party, so obviously
Wait,
they're
what?
heel. I love
Wait.
them. The shots.
Oh.
No, because I was
Okay,
still
go
talking
on.
about Private Party.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Sorry.
And heels and faces and the other. They got their tag team belt run, their face. That's it, done. It's a bit like they claimed they were heels, then they became face. They got a title run, didn't they? They claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Way better than-
with Daddy.
And they were up for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they won the
Daddy.
trios.
And then
Daddy,
the trios as
yeah,
well.
all of that,
Yeah.
and then it's like it's done. Then they split. Now it looks like they're sort of trying to get them back in the whole Jerry Lynch.
Because Anthony Bowens was a failed experiment, and I
Yeah.
don't believe it was always the plan. Sorry, I
Yeah,
interrupted. Sorry.
no.
Yeah.
I think you're right there, and I just
You've
feel
got them both. And Max,
But
you
I'm
can't
not
not just
interested.
and
Bowens.
Max
Yeah, Max.
are the
too.
best
just Bowens.
wrestler alive, and I was like,
That's run its course, isn't it?
Didn't work. Didn't
yeah,
work.
it didn't work.
What Max? What didn't work?
I'm the
Andy
best,
Bowen?
Best
and
wrestler
Max, and
Max's
Max.
run.
No,
It
no,
was
it didn't work.
5-minute challenge.
No. When he was doing the 5-minute thing, and then he's supposed to be a heel, and then people started cheering him like dickheads, you know. Then he became a face. Like he organically became a face, and now they pulled the trigger on him being a face because what was it? He lasted 5 minutes with Roosh. Never went. Oh, and he took it as a victory. He was getting over. Like he was. In fact, he was over.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
To a certain
Yeah.
degree. I mean, more over than Bowens.
Oh,
yeah.
Bowens,
No-
that was
nowhere near.
embarrassing.
But this is the weird thing about it, and again, I don't know if it's our maturity. Because when he was coming out, this acclaim, and he was cussing people on his raps,
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. And it was
Yeah.
cool because it was, but then when,
Yeah, that's
I
like immaturity,
suppose
yeah.
it's difficult, isn't it? Because when you're like, oh, you're cussing me or you're cussing this person. But then when you start cheering it, you're like, oh, what, they're coming out again, and you cheer what they're going to say. It's difficult. It's a bit like Hangman. When Hangman was a heel, doom, 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 and it was like this heel
Yeah.
sort of thing. Then you start to like him again. Then it's like, doom, 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 doom. No, I don't know if I feel this anymore. It's difficult. Swerve is an exception. Swerve's an exception because he's never been heelish. He's been sort of facish, but he's sort of in the middle.
I was going to say,
He's always
even
been
when
himself,
he was a
really.
face,
Yeah, he's
even
never
when he
fell
was
in
a
that
face,
trap.
He wasn't full face.
Yeah.
He wasn't like dumb baby face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, he's not like that.
But it is different, though. He wasn't, as a face, he never threatened like a 3-month-old baby. Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. He's just him. He's the most dangerous man in AW. So
yeah.
that's his thing, isn't it? And Hangman's still a bit dangerous. And he, like, as a face, he was choking out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
the
that's
way he
what I
won
mean.
the
He's still
title,
got that-
it was said if you don't tap, you will be hung. So yeah, he's
he's still got that unhinged side to him, definitely.
but he's
Yeah.
not burning down people's childhood homes. So there's different levels of the heelessness, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
whereas Austin is just Austin. It's like, whatever, bang, just
I did.
stunning people, bang. Who's this a woman? Bang, stun, shut up, bang, China merc.
Wow.
JR, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to interview you. Bang, stun, no reason. Oh, Hebner, stun.
yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just
Austin
feel
just sees it.
sometimes, yeah, I like a heel. A face, I like the chase. But when they've
Mm.
pulled the trigger, I'm kind of like,
What's
now what?
next? Mm.
And I
Oh, you
feel
sound like
like,
Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
But
It
that's
sorry,
does
why I'm
happen a
saying
lot.
to you
go on.
You
to
sound like
keep
Hulk Hogan, bro. Yeah.
well, to keep your face interesting, you've got to give them credible challenges where you think,
Yeah.
are they actually going to win this? Because
Yeah.
this is, and at this moment in time, I don't think there's been one feud. Well, actually, the MJF one, I didn't think they would pull the trigger. I mean, they gave it
I'm not
away
sure.
when
You
they
know,
said about
I
the
did.
contract.
I did think MJF. I thought he may actually
But
win this.
when they said actually it's not for the contract anymore, I was like, well, there you go. We know what's happening.
Mm.
Mm.
Before that, I wasn't sure
Yeah.
until they basically told us.
Yeah.
I think there's been plenty of examples of faces who won the belt and then just had it for ages and not got boring. But like First Boss said, it's because they've had credible challenges, this, that, the other. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure Roink, when you used to like Mark Calloway, um, he was a face having the belt for time.
No, but did he
Brooke,
though?
Brooke,
I
He
think
He
didn't have it for
didn't.
Undertaker.
time.
He didn't.
I'm sure that Undertaker
no, he
only
had
used
it.
the belt when he was a heel.
He
Yeah,
never had it for time.
he
No,
never
he
had
had
the
it as a
time.
face for ages because man can't. Hang on. Yeah, he had it in like.
For ages.
No, not
Well,
really, man.
no,
Uh,
he had it for 8 months or something, and then Bret Hart took it off from
8 months.
SummerSlam, Heart and Soul.
No,
Yeah,
8 months. I
something
don't
like
know
that.
if he had it that long. You know.
no. He's never really
No,
had a
no,
long
no,
run.
no. He had it for 6 months or something because he won it.
Yeah.
He
You talk
won
about
it
the Diesel
at
run.
WrestleMania.
You reckon when he
He
beat
took it
Diesel?
off. No, he beat Sid. He
Oh,
defended it
Sid.
against
Yeah,
Diesel for
yeah,
Diesel's last match before he left.
yeah.
But he won it from Sid, and then Bret Hart beat him at
Yeah, but you
SummerSlam.
can't really call him a
But no, he's a face though. He was a
He
face.
he was a
He was,
face,
but
but
okay, again, he wasn't hanging people off crucifixes and
yeah,
hanging Big Boss Man from
no,
the Hell
but
in a
he
he
Cell.
also
was
So
wasn't pushing
like
babies,
that
taking
again.
face wouldn't
freaking
have done that.
Batman,
Yeah.
Again,
eating
he was
bread.
more like
But it's face or
Swerve.
heel. He's not white meat baby, but he's a
Yeah,
face.
he's more like Swerve in the middle. And I was
But
thinking what
again,
you're
Swerve was
saying.
threatening 3-month-old babies. Like
I
that's
know,
Yeah.
I know, but
like. And again, Undertaker hung the Big Boss Man from Hell in a Cell. He killed him on
no, he was a
TV,
heel
and then
then. He was a heel then. He was a
yeah, I
heel
know
then.
that's the hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So would babyface version of him do that? Well, no. So there's a
I'm
difference
just
between
trying
the
to
two levels.
think. I'm trying to think what you're saying there. I'm trying to think of
And
a.
by the way, Big Boss Man turned up on Monday after he got hung from the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Perfectly
But,
fine for Sunday
That's
night
but
heat.
Undertaker turned up after being buried alive.
But
You
I'm
know,
trying to
it's
think
just
of
yeah. People
like
get buried live and like, oh,
I was trying to think of
I
like
can't believe I got buried live last Monday. What?
literally. I'm trying to
yeah.
think of like a champion that's been a face, a world champ for a decent period of time. I can't really remember anyone.
What apart from the 80s and that, like we're talking modern
No,
day
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
hold
But
on. What about your favourite?
Who?
it's harder to be a
Well, Bret
Who?
baby face. So,
Bret Hart.
Cody Rhodes, isn't it?
Oh,
Who?
Cody. Yeah.
Cody,
Don't
He's
say
not my
who again.
friend.
he's your boy.
Yeah, but Cody. Yeah, he's.
He's the only
That's why I think
exception.
he's one of the best faces of all time with that.
But I
Because
think
I'm not even bored of him properly yet. I'm a bit.
Even your other mate, CM Punk, that run he had, that monumental run. Okay, actually, he
no, he was a
turned heel
He
heel.
halfway.
turned
He was
heel.
a
Yeah,
heel.
he
He
turned
was a
heel.
heel.
No, he turned heel halfway through it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
With the
Well, he's
Rock.
face.
before he did that,
with
he was face for a
taking
while, wasn't
ashes and he was getting
Yeah.
sick.
he? He only turned
Yeah.
heel because of the Rock, though, isn't it? I think.
See with Cody then,
Yeah,
right? You
and then
see
he had to have that under.
you see the whole Cody being face champion and that. Like, what does that do for the business? Because I suppose going back to your point, right? I think when you're the heel, when you look at Moxley as a good example, right? Everyone was chasing. Is it Darby? Is it Swerve? Is it Osprey? Is it Hangman? Is it Omega? Everyone's in for it, right? And the heel always like cheats and wins, or you know the numbers game, right?
I know how wrestling works. Please
Yeah,
don't
but
teach your grandma how to suck eggs.
but
Yes,
but
God.
but 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 I feel like with sort of Cody, I feel like Drew, Randy, I'm sure all these other man
Mhm.
who's left.
What do you
No,
mean?
they,
Well,
So
You
There'll
are
be someone left, isn't
you're
there?
having the same problem. Yes, I agree.
Because you
But
know, obviously, first
that's the
boss is
problem with
saying,
wrestling, though. Wrestling has that
yeah,
all the time.
no, but I feel like obviously first boss is saying, yeah, I feel like he needs a proper feud. Well, there's options. Double A's already mentioned that MJF. There's loads of things you could
No,
do.
we've done MJF. We've done take MJF out.
Yeah, go
I
on.
said the only one I can think off the top of my head is Okada.
Okada.
But in WWE, you could have I don't know. They're recycling people, yes, but you could elevate. You
Well,
could have
who? Go
Cody.
on.
No,
Yeah,
Cody's
okay,
next one
let's
could
go
be.
full circle then. We'll
Go
go
on.
full circle. You could either have Cody taking on a monster Rusev
Well,
if you
it's Seth,
wanted
isn't
to,
it?
or even a Malachi.
Isn't it Seth? Aren't they rerunning
Yeah, at the
No,
Seth?
moment.
but not for. It's not really because it's not like it's for the title.
Yeah, it's Seth at the moment. Then you're going to have War Games, so he's not going to have a credible feud for until December, I
And then
guess.
Yeah,
you know,
some
Royal
by,
people
Rumble,
by the
I
will have
time
imagine.
they
war
by the
Royal
time
games.
Rumble.
they get round to it, could be Jey Uso sticking there for a few feuds, little feud or something.
There's history there, yeah.
Or and then if Jay's changing, because the way OTC's
Mm.
talking, he could go back and feud with Cody because they got unfinished business. It's 1-1. They got the third one. I think WWE have more options with that crap because they sort of just they chop it up a bit more. There's like, oh, they'd have stuff to distract you. It's the Royal
Mm.
Rumble, so it doesn't matter. Or they have
Yeah, they
War
do, yeah.
Games, or they have
Or
Survivor, like whatever
Elimination
it
Chamber.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
a
Yeah.
crown jewel, like we say. It just sort of distracts you from just more
To
many
who's going
things.
for it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so
only
then
after
And
a while
it's
you go, hang on a minute, this guy ain't defended his belt for how long?
however
yeah.
And they
long.
do, yeah,
And
yeah.
and I guess what makes it a bit different as well is because they have two world champions in WWE. With
Oh
AEW,
yes.
everyone has to go for that, so it's more you're kind of more aware. Whereas you've got separate people going for separate things. So
And in WWE, you don't just watch Raw or SmackDown, you watch both. So then if one of the feuds is really hot, you don't even care about the other one. Like,
Yeah.
not that you don't care,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
No,
can,
but you
like, get
still
people
got the
gutted,
understand.
main
isn't it?
event.
You
Yeah,
get,
Yeah, you
oh,
still got
the
the main event.
SmackDown mode event. Oh, shit, can't
Yeah.
wait. What's Cody up to? Oh, whatever. He's fighting Rollins, whatever. But,
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
I don't. Right? Do you ever say, "Oh, I can't wait to watch Disney a main event"? Or
Never.
nothing?
Absolutely
All right.
never.
that
Never.
was the
But
most
you know everything that
obvious
happens,
answer
which is a bit
ever.
No,
funny.
full disclosure, right?
You
So
don't
when
even
I
know the Royal
knew,
Rumble.
who did I mention? All right, so when I saw a picture on social media where Malachi's on the floor and Sami Zayn told up the title, and I was like,
It's
yeah,
Aleister,
typical.
by the way. Stop calling him
Whatever his
anything.
name is, yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, that's typical Disney. Typical Sami Zayn booking. Yeah.
Good booking.
Yeah, but 'cause that same day, though, wearing his suit looking like a Don. Damien Priest was doing one of his, Puerto Rico, street champ, all that stuff. He was doing
Oh,
one of those promos. And I swear he just went, hey, Damien, I heard you were looking for me. And then bang, gave him a black mask wearing his shoes. It was so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And then
but the thing
he
is, right?
tapped. And I was like, so obviously he came out later.
Capitalize on it, then. Capitalize on it. That's all we ask.
Yeah,
What's the
it's
You know?
true.
score with
Yeah.
that? Because they
I guess
love
they're gonna have
Damien
a blow
Priest,
off
innit?
match.
They love him
Who?
off.
No,
Who?
they do,
Disney.
yeah. The crowd don't even love him that much. I don't know what's happening.
I think Triple H loves him. I don't know if the crowd really love him anymore or
No,
as
not
much.
really. He's just there. And it was like they didn't even love him that much when he was champ. Like
Yeah,
he got a cheer, but it wasn't like a pat. It wasn't like
Yeah.
it wasn't a world champ pop.
But it's a
No,
weird
no.
thing because I just feel like with even your Drew, and I keep
Oh,
going back on it, and I spoke about episode 17, so I'm not going to recycle. So if you want to listen to that, listen to episode 17. But what I will say with Drew as a heel, you had real potential there to really do some good work with him,
so you
and
said it
now
anyway. You
he's
said it
with.
anyway.
Yeah, and yeah,
I'm
I'm
not going to
saying it.
recycle, but I'm just
I'm
saying that.
saying it. I'm saying it again. Goddamn, you got me working a shoot, okay? And
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, you got potential there, but they've fed him to Cody, and then as the first boss just
stop
said
saying
there,
Fed.
he
it's,
saw. Well, it was fed, wasn't he? Well,
he's
that's
an
Why
opponent. He's the
Fed?
villain of the month.
That's
yeah, Villa of the
That's how
month.
wrestling
Bless him.
works.
that's not
Yeah,
Fed. You kind of like he got like
And
no
he got
offense in
screwed.
and was yeah
it was a
exactly yeah.
foregone conclusion. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
most matches are. Most matches you know the outcome of, and it doesn't stop you
Yeah.
from getting
So
excited and
how
getting
am I
hyped and
supposed to
loving it.
believe in
So
Drew as
don't
a
do that.
heel? Because all I see now of Drew is some guy that just goes on his phone during matches. Stick match.
that was
Stick
the
match.
greatest thing that he
I
ever did.
mean, to be fair, he's been doing that for over a year, so it's not all
Yeah,
you've seen
that's
him.
all I remember him for now. I
I mean,
don't
it's
trust him
not.
to
You can
win.
say that, but it's not.
Okay,
Do
so
you not
go on
remember
then.
him from winning the world championship
It's
from
not.
Brock
I don't.
Lesnar at
Nah,
WrestleMania?
I
Like I
don't
said,
remember
No,
that.
I remember that, huh?
like I
Nah,
said,
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
revisionist history is
That's the whole
crazy.
point. That's the irony of it. No one was there to see it. So it didn't happen. To be
Yeah,
fair.
because no one had a TV. It's not a tree falling in the woods, is it? You know what I mean?
Well,
Jesus
listen.
Oh,
Christ.
flip.
Speaking of history, this episode needs to go in the history books,
Yeah,
and
Oh wow, that was
it
dead.
does.
Is
yeah,
that
I
a
was halfway
segue?
through. I was halfway
Jesus.
through thinking, "How am I going to do this?"
Did
Because
Paul Levesque
Yeah.
teach you that one? That is one of the
No,
deadest
you
lines ever.
started well, but I saw you lose confidence halfway through. But
yeah, 'cause I
you
thought,
should just
He's
sit on
"Oh,
your
like,
no,
chest.
it doesn't
I
sound.
forgot, I forgot what I was saying because we've gone an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
why I forgot. So, please take us home.
Cool, brother. Right. Thanks everyone for listen to us today. Sorry. All right, Roink, say goodbye.
Pleasure. Thank you. Don't watch Disney.
What the-
The
Wait,
hate is real. Why are you look?
Excellent.
You just don't watch it. You don't have to actively make other people not watch it. It's insane. Look, if Disney does better, then the whole of wrestling floats, so it's fine.
but he knows everything that happens.
Yeah, of
I know,
course.
I know, I know. He gives them bare views on their pages, though. It's crazy.
Double A sends me
Uh,
messages, so now I'm up to date. That's why.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Double A, say goodbye to the people.
Yeah, man, peeps. Safe for listening, watching, viewing, however you're viewing. Catch us on the next one.
First boss, do your spiel and say goodbye.
No spill. Just again, yeah. Thank you for watching and commenting. And if you haven't commented, make a comment.
Wait, how comes you're not doing it in your favorite wrestler's voice, Triple H?
If you enjoyed the show, comment, like, subscribe. Why not?
Listen, anyway, do you know what? For those, do you know what? I'm not going to get into it. One
Right.
day we're going to do. One day we're going to do an episode, and we're just going to talk about our experiences of wrestling in the '90s, I guess, because when China went bang and gave Rock that low blow on that ladder, I nearly cried. So let's not go.
What SummerSlam? Jeez, what a SummerSlam. So thank you from me, the Dazzler and the boys. Please like, subscribe, comment, as we said. Your support means the world to us. And just keep watching. And don't worry, we'll try and control Roink in the future. I know a lot of you will probably tune in after half an hour when he's done his AW spiel. But thank you and goodbye. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Peace.